My name's Robert Allen, 34. Back in 2017, me and my wife were expecting our second child, 4 days away from her due date. We found out she was no longer with us, unfortunately. It was my idea to get these dads together that get to play and represent their children.
They share so much more than a passion for football. All these players also share a trauma in common, that of perinatal bereavement, the loss of a child during or immediately after a pregnancy. A son, a daughter, sometimes a nephew or a niece, the names of whom appear on their shirts. For Rob, it was 4 years ago. For Sam, 3 miscarriages in 2017 and last January. And for Kieran, a little girl stillborn last year. By Wednesday night's practice time, however, the team looks like any other. Smiles on their faces, shots often missing their target, and all this under the watchful eye of the coach who lets nothing go.
Get some power and stop these bloody P-rolling shots.
This is the idea behind Sands United Football Club, to help fathers to find moments of happiness thanks to football. Rob is the founder.
It's a sad reason that we're here, but we tried to show that life doesn't have to always be sad after that. Like, you can still enjoy yourself, and I think that's the atmosphere we want to create.
To measure its therapeutic value, you have to listen to Kieran. A bad tackle a few weeks ago is preventing him from running normally, but nothing in the world would make him miss this meeting between friends.
Had a lot of family around me at the time, but then also you want to be a lot away from your family sometimes because you don't really want to get to talk to people that all the time it's down as well, do you know what I mean? So the lads have been good. As soon as I turned up, first training session, I had a bit of a smile on my face.
Training never turns into a support group in the traditional sense, but after the jokes there are sometimes intimate conversations, without obligation, in an informal way. The other day, Junior, who has seen 12 pregnancies end prematurely, confided in Rob.
I'd been there and been through what he'd been through at the same time, so I think, I don't know, speaking for you, but having someone you could talk to made it a little bit easier.
A little bit easier because it's like, I'm not talking to someone that's just going to say yeah or no. He's been in that situation, so he understands.
Perinatal bereavement affects 5,000 British families every year, 1 every 90 minutes. However, in the United Kingdom, as in France, the subject is often taboo. After the death of their daughter Neve, in order not to be locked into sadness and silence, Rob and his wife Charlotte kept themselves busy and engaged themselves. By participating in support groups, by creating the football team, and finally by becoming parents again.
So this is Ronnie, this is the youngest, smallest member of the family. He's 1 next month. And then you've got Iris, and then Alfie's over on the swing, so he was 9 yesterday. Neve was obviously the second one after Alfie.
After what we went through, I think I did very much fear and worry that I was not going to be able to conceive again, or that the same thing was going to happen.
The couple have rebuilt themselves, in part thanks to the club Sands United, and are now able to talk freely about their daughter Neve. She has a place in the house with a small memorial. There are, of course, many ways to grieve, but Rob knows from experience that support is essential. When he is at home, his teammates are never far away.
For Father's Day, I put a message just saying, just wanted to wish you all a gentle day tomorrow. The guys will just share, like, Happy Father's Day as well. Society will tell you, men don't talk about that. You don't show those emotions, like, you can't cry about that sort of thing, like, and that's what you get drummed into you. And then, but then we're standing there going, no, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. Look, watch me, I'll talk about it.
The club participates in an amateur championship, and here too they are now able to freely talk about their loss. Rob, Sam, Junior and the others share their stories with the opposing team, some of who are also dads.
It's really good, obviously, for what these guys have gone through as well. It's so good to see how strong they are as people.
The message of hope is on and off the pitch. One of the Sands United players, Connor, comes to introduce his little boy. He also lost a baby in 2015. Everyone stopped to congratulate him, starting with Kieran.
My first time.
He has no children, but has just found out his wife is pregnant.
You've had a few bad things happen in the past, but shows us like a lot at the end of the tunnel, I suppose. But yeah, it's all good. It's good.
For its commitment and its fundraising to support families in particular, Sands United have won several prestigious titles for their innovative work, including Team of the Year at the Pride of Sports Awards. Following in Rob's footsteps, in just 3 years, around 30 clubs of the same name, with the same fight, have been created across the United Kingdom. For all those who may one day experience perinatal bereavement, and for the memory of their children.